What's up, guys? Oh boy, this is a kind of a weird update, and it's not even horror, but Rocky happens to be a major part of my upbringing. Stallone himself, my childhood idol with Rocky and Rambo and so many other great movies that I love. Demolition Man, everybody loves it. Three Seashells. This whole news story has kind of gotten pretty crazy. It's gotten heated with Stallone, and it's really Stallone who's making it heated because on his Instagram, he is kind of a loose cannon right now. And it's weird when you see your idols in, I guess, like these dramatic situations, and this one happens to be over the rights to Rocky. So first I'll give you the facts, give you the background of this, and then I'll kind of weigh in on my opinion of the whole thing, because there's the legal thing, and you could use that to justify what's right and what's wrong. But there's also some emotional things here, some personal things. So I think we should definitely weigh both of these things. I mean, there's a reason Stallone is upset. Obviously, this is a very passionate issue for him. I think outside of money, I really do. It's more about legacy too, and his children. Started with this Instagram post from Frank Stallone. I'll see if I can find these because they have been deleted. But I know Frank Stallone made this post, and it was pretty whacked out crazy. And your first instinct from reading that would be, there's no way his brother is behind this. It was that abrasive. But then, I guess it was a real tweet, and Stallone actually liked the tweet. So that kind of started the ball rolling. So the tweet read, and this was the one that was the most recent. After Irwin Winkler, and he's got that in caps, and family suck Rocky dry, presumed to be the most hated, untalented, decrepit producer in Hollywood, and his cowardly children have found their next meal. Drago, he captions the photos. Throughout history, so many artists in every industry, recording, painting, writing, you name it, have been destroyed by these bloodsuckers who have destroyed so many families, lining their pockets with other people's work. Hashtag parasite producers, hashtag exploited artist victims, he added. I mean, I think you get the gist of where he's going with that. He's angry. You can tell he's very angry. And I can give you some background on this from doing my research. This is nothing new as far as Stallone trying to get a piece of the Rocky pie. In terms of ownership. Yes, he's made millions and bazillions of dollars off of the franchise. I don't think bazillions is a real thing. So the deal was made, and the deal is the deal. That's legal. You can't do anything about that. So as early as Rocky 2, Rocky 3, and Rocky 4, he lobbied time after time after time again, hey, this is my story. I have written every single line of the Rocky franchise. Why am I not getting at least a little bit of ownership? And you know what? I understand that. I think there are ways of, sitting around a table with producers and maybe, I guess, doing what's right, doing what's fair. It's kind of like that scene in Rocky Balboa where he talks about all I'm asking for is what's fair. There's a lot of people reporting on this and stating that, hey, tough luck. You signed the deal. And the deal is the deal, and there's nothing you can do about it. But I'm kind of on the other side of it. I think that the Winklers and the Chardoffs, I think he's mostly pointing the finger at Winkler here. So I'll just say Winkler could have maybe got in a room with the guy and said, you know what? He did write every line of this. He's made the company a lot of money, being MGM. Why not throw the guy a bone? So I think there's more to this story than we know. And I think there's maybe some bad blood behind the scenes. And here's where I really side with Stallone, is because, yeah, they made the Creed movies, and when Creed came out, we didn't know all this stuff that was going on behind the scenes. And Stallone, he played nice. And Creed's a great movie. And then Creed 2 comes out, and then he amicably leaves the franchise. Okay, my work here's done. So then just recently, when Creed 3 was announced, that's where I guess all this turmoil started, because these are decisions that are being made without his, I can't say consent because it's not his ownership to give consent, but at least break some bread with the guy and say, hey, we would love to have your blessing on these properties going forward, because, Stallone's a team player. This is a guy that's a pretty savvy businessman. He's been in the industry for, what, 50 years now? He's made a lot of business decisions along the way, so we don't see him flying off the handle for any of the other decisions, at least publicly, you know? So why is he going crazy about this one? And I think that's the reason. I think the guy has tried over and over and over again, and I think as he starts seeing his end coming, he's thinking about his family. And you know, what father wouldn't want to pass on something that he created? You know, I'm not saying the whole thing, but at least a piece of the pie that he created to his children. So I get that. And I'll even admit, I backed him up. I posted on his Instagram that, hey, I won't watch Creed 3 and I won't watch the new Drago. And that's a good segue into the Drago thing, is that's the next property that they're trying to make. So this is where Stallone's like throwing his hands up in the air, and he's like, are you guys gonna like pull, and in his words, you know, every bit of meat off of the Rocky bone? It's getting out of hand at this point. So that's my take on it. Is I'm Team Stallone. I am. I see that if you look at this from just a legal standpoint, yes, they are in the right. This is legally right. But when you look at it from a personal standpoint, from a good business sense, I think they're screwing the guy over, if I'm being honest. And I'm not saying that every time that he went back to them asking for a piece of the pie, they had to give him that piece of pie. No. But I think this is where it hurts the most, is now that he's done with the franchise. You know, he's not playing the character of Rocky anymore. And when you turn on the TV or the internet and you see all this news about the character that you created, and they're banking off of that, trying to create new franchises out of that. And I guess it's about respect. And maybe he's just not getting the respect that he deserves. I think there's a reason Stallone is lashing out. And I've never seen him lash out like this in terms of a film property. You know, Rocky is near and dear to his heart and to everyone's heart. Rocky's a big deal. I would say Rocky's probably the most inspirational character in all of cinema. Let me know in the comments if you disagree with that, but I do. And I think when you have a character that's that amazing, that you wrote, I think, do what's right. Do what's fair. Give the guy a piece. That's a controversial opinion. I know most people think, shut up and color. But Rocky is my heart. Stallone is my heart. So I'm Team Stallone, all right? So anyway, guys, voice your opinions in the comments. Looking forward to hearing what you guys think. Also, be sure to come over to Killer Flicks, where we talk horror all day and every day on Fridays. We do Free For All Fridays. Follow me at Drumdums on all my socials. Support me on Patreon, buy me a coffee. I said socials. Drumdum out.